what was supposed to be a dream evening for thousands of fans in Baltimore instantly turned into a nightmare until a single voice through the speakers changed everything. The atmosphere around M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore turned into sheer chaos when an unexpected tornado warning suddenly spiraled into a dramatic reality. Thousands of dedicated BTS fans had gathered early around the massive venue, eagerly anticipating the scheduled soundcheck performance for the evening. Within minutes, the sky above the city darkened dramatically, casting an eerie greenish glow over the entire stadium complex. The rapid change in weather caught many attendees completely off guard as the violent winds began to pick up speed across the open plaza. Panic erupted among the crowds when powerful gusts of wind started sending loose debris and makeshift banners flying through the air. The terrifying sound of approaching severe weather echoed throughout the area, signaling the immediate onset of the tornado. Fans who were waiting outside in line started screaming hysterically as security guards desperately urged everyone to seek shelter indoors. The sudden escalation of the storm transformed what was meant to be a joyous occasion into a frightening battle against the elements inside the Stadium Operations Center. Organizers officially made the crucial decision to postpone the BTS soundcheck for the safety of everyone involved. Emergency announcements were broadcast across the public address system, instructing the scattered fans to move away from open structures. Meanwhile, news of the sudden localized tornado in Baltimore reached the BTS members, who were staying at a nearby secured hotel facility. The sudden news reports sent shockwaves through the entire team as they realized their fans were right in the path of danger. Jimin was particularly devastated upon seeing the live broadcast of the terrifying weather conditions unfolding outside the venue. Watching the video clips of screaming fans running for cover deeply shook him, leaving him visibly distraught and emotionally overwhelmed. Driven by immense care for his fans, Jimin immediately expressed his strong desire to go directly to the stadium area to check on their well-being. He was deeply heartbroken by the thought that people had put themselves in harm's way just to see the group perform. However, security personnel and management staff had to step in immediately to prevent him from leaving the safety of the residents. Due to strict emergency safety protocols and active weather hazards, it was far too dangerous for anyone to travel to the affected area. Despite understanding the practical reasons behind the restriction, Jimin remained profoundly worried, continuously pacing around and asking for real-time updates on the situation outside. His focus was entirely glued to the weather monitoring reports and emergency service broadcasts. Back at M&T Bank Stadium, emergency responders and venue staff worked tirelessly to route thousands of fans into safe interior concourses. The coordinated effort helped prevent stampedes and ensured that people were kept away from glass walls and exposed outer gates. After a tense hour of battling the severe storm, the local meteorological service confirmed that the tornado threat had finally passed over the area. The dark clouds began to break apart, leaving behind heavy rain but a noticeably calm atmosphere. To everyone's immense relief, local authorities and stadium officials promptly issued an official update, stating that no injuries or casualties were reported. The structural integrity of the venue remained intact, and all fans were accounted for safely inside the sheltered zones. The reassuring news brought a massive wave of relief to Jimin, who finally let out a sigh of anxiety after learning that his beloved fans were completely unharmed. He expressed his deep gratitude to the venue staff and emergency personnel who responded so quickly to protect the crowd. Although the soundcheck delay disrupted the original timeline, the overwhelming sense of relief overshadowed the frustration of the storm. Fans and crew alike were simply grateful that everyone remained safe during the intense and unpredictable weather event in Baltimore. As the fierce winds finally subsided and the storm sirens fell silent, an emotional silence briefly settled over the sheltered concourses of M&T Bank Stadium. Thousands of fans, still shaken by the terrifying ordeal, huddled together in small groups while holding on to their battered banners and light sticks. The intense atmosphere shifted dramatically when the stadium's massive public address system suddenly crackled back to life, catching everyone's attention. Without warning, Jimin's trembling yet gentle voice echoed clearly throughout the entire venue, breaking the tense silence. Overcome with emotion, he spoke directly to the crowd, asking if everyone was safe and repeatedly apologizing for the fear they had just experienced. Hearing his raw, heartfelt words live over the speakers caused an immediate wave of gasps and gasps of relief among the waiting fans. Moments later, the crowd caught sight of a silhouette appearing behind a high-security, reinforced glass window overlooking the main inner concourse. It was Jim, holding a microphone in one hand while pressing his other hand flat against the glass toward the sea of fans below. Tears were visibly glistening on his face as he waved repeatedly, trying to make eye contact with as many people as possible to reassure them that he was okay too. The sight of Jimin standing there, visibly moved to tears and completely devoted to their safety, triggered an overwhelming emotional release across the stadium. Thousands of fans burst into tears of relief, cheering his name and holding up their glowing light sticks to send love back to the artist. What had been a scene of chaotic fear just an hour prior transformed into a deeply moving moment of shared vulnerability and unbreakable connection. The emotional announcement concluded with Jimin promising that the show would go on as safely as possible, urging everyone to stay warm and look out for one another. His deeply caring gesture instantly turned a terrifying disaster into an unforgettable testament to the special bond between BTS and their supporters. Venue staff slowly began guiding the emotional crowd back toward their designated seats, with tears of fear finally replaced by tears of profound gratitude. This harrowing day in Baltimore served as a powerful reminder of how deeply BTS and their fans care for one another, proving that love and solidarity can shine even through the darkest storms. How would you have felt standing in that concourse hearing Jimin's voice after the storm? Share your thoughts and leave your messages of support for Jimin and the team in the comments below.